My name's Matt Fransman. I'm Director of Form Landscape Architects. Form Landscape Architects are I would call a boutique firm. While we have over 20 people in the office, our whole approach to landscape design, particularly on these residential type projects, is a boutique approach. We really focus on that, that fine grain detail and integrating landscape seamlessly into the built form. We do a lot of work on the Gold Coast, particularly around Surfers Paradise and central areas of the Gold Coast. We became involved through a competition process. We pitched for the job. We put a lot of resources into it, but we had a really great vision, and luckily enough, the client really embraced that vision, and the rest has been history. Our inspiration for this landscape has really drawn cues from the natural landscape forms on the coast. So, different parts of the development and different parts of the building take on the forms like, we have the area closest to the beach, which is the plaza space, takes on the landscape palettes of the coastal dunes. And as we go up the building, it sort of replicates some of the hardier plant species that replicate some of the headlands along the coastline. So it's really sort of embracing that subtropical climate, and it's really about trying to get that seamless integration with the architecture. I think the thing that sets this development apart from other development on the Gold Coast is the way the team has created that permeable opportunity through the site. So it's really about that engagement, a street level at a human scale, and the way the landscape sort of, once again, integrates with the architecture and creates those engaging spaces at ground level. I mean, this is a big project. It has a whole city block. So that generosity of offering that space back to the community and back to the public is a real point of difference. I think the benefit that landscape provides on this particular project is the idea of that reconnection to nature. The opportunity to leave your apartment, go down to a swimming pool deck, have beautiful landscape, lush subtropical landscape around you. And it sort of creates these beautiful microclimatic zones, which, when you've got a lot of built form and built structure around you, it establishes softness in the built form. We want people to feel relaxed. We want them to feel engaged with the landscape. The idea is that it feels like you're on holiday. You're on holiday on the coast. It's using that coastal palette of plants. So we want people to feel like they are on the Gold Coast. We're using a range of materials across the project. At ground level, it's about very robust materials, providing texture and colour variation. It includes sort of special water features at the entry, textures transitioning across the site. And as we move to the upper levels, we're using more natural stone like travertine, which reflects the undulating sand dune forms on the coast. We really push for sustainability initiatives on every project. The key thing on this project is utilising plant material and hardy plant material that we know is suitable for the location. That means, really carefully understanding the microclimatic locations, just selecting suitable plant species for those locations. This development provides so many recreational opportunities for the residents. Ranges from beautiful, expansive swimming pools with resort-style finishes and settings, right through to more intimate swimming pool areas and garden spaces where people can sort of get away from the larger groups. So one of the things that we really focus on in doing our designs, particularly on a larger project like this, is the fact that different groups, different size groups require different size spaces. And that ability to sort of immerse into the garden spaces is so important. So the way we've achieved this with the landscaping is using the landscape to define some of these outdoor rooms, whether it be lush landscaping that just encapsulates the space, or whether it be landscaping that spills off the building to create a veil and soften those built form edges. Very excited to be part of the Paradiso project. Hope you all enjoy the rest of the webinar.